Today I would like to address a principle that holds deep spiritual significance within the Christian faith. The title of this message is Blessed Through Giving, the Good of Tithing. Tithing is more than a financial practice. It is an expression of faith, obedience, and gratitude toward God. Through tithing, believers acknowledge God as the ultimate source of all provision and affirm their trust in His guidance. Far from being a burden, tithing serves as a meaningful discipline that nurtures spiritual growth and reinforces a commitment to placing God first. This address seeks to explore the value and purpose of tithing, emphasizing how faithful giving not only supports the work of the church, but also cultivates generosity, humility, and reliance on God. As we reflect on this principle, may we gain a deeper understanding of how giving becomes a source of blessing in both spiritual and practical ways. At its core, tithing is an act of worship. The word tithe means 1/10, and from biblical times, God's people have set aside a portion of their income to honor Him. In doing so, they acknowledged a powerful truth. Everything we have comes from God. Our talents, opportunities, strength, and resources are not merely the result of human effort, but gifts entrusted to us by our Creator. When we tithe, we declare with our actions that God is our source, not our salary, business, or possessions. This act realigns our hearts and priorities. It reminds us that we are stewards, not owners, of what we possess. One of the greatest goods of tithing is that it builds trust in God. Let us be honest. Giving is not always easy. It requires faith, especially during times of uncertainty or financial strain. Yet it is precisely during such moments that tithing becomes a powerful testimony. By giving first, we say, "Lord, I trust you to provide for my needs." Scripture assures us that God honors faithful obedience. In Malachi 3:10, God invites His people to bring the whole tithe into the storehouse and promises to open the windows of heaven. This promise is not about guaranteed wealth, but about divine provision, protection, and sufficiency according to God's will. Tithing also shapes our character. In a world driven by consumption and self-interest, tithing teaches generosity and self-discipline. It loosens the grip of materialism and reminds us that money should serve God's purposes, not control our hearts. Jesus frequently spoke about money because He understood its influence over human priorities. Another significant good of tithing is its role in sustaining the work of God's house. Through tithes, churches are able to support pastors, conduct outreach programs, educate believers, care for the needy, and spread the gospel. When we tithe, we become partners in ministry, contributing to work that extends far beyond what we could accomplish individually. Tithing also reflects God's heart for the poor and vulnerable. Throughout Scripture, God consistently calls His people to care for widows, orphans, and those in need. Faithful giving ensures that compassion is not just spoken, but practiced. Through tithing, communities are strengthened and lives are uplifted. There is also a personal blessing that accompanies tithing. Many believers testify to peace of mind, contentment, and spiritual fulfillment that comes from honoring God with their resources. Tithing shifts our focus from fear of lack to confidence in God's faithfulness. It is important to remember that tithing does not earn God's love. His love is freely given. Rather, tithing is our response to that love, an act of gratitude and worship. God values the heart behind the gift more than the amount given. In closing, the good of tithing lies in its ability to transform lives. It strengthens faith, supports God's work, builds godly character, and blesses both giver and receiver. Let us view tithing not as an obligation, but as a privilege, not as a loss, but as an investment in God's kingdom. May we give faithfully, generously, and joyfully, trusting that God, who provides the seed, will also provide the harvest. Thank you, and may God bless you all.